Ito naman yung magiging part 2 ng ating solving of system of equations by elimination method. So for this given set of equations, so unlike yung nauna natin na mga example, mapapansin ninyo na by just simply adding yung ating dalawang equation, hindi tayo makakapag-cancel out. Kasi kapag pinag-plus natin yung 9 tsaka negative 9 and then negative 2, we will have negative 11. So hindi yun pwede maging 0. So we cannot eliminate them. And then we have positive 3 and then we have negative 5. So pag pinag-plus natin siya, pinag-add natin, so that will be equal to negative 2. And that is not equal to 0. So we cannot eliminate also our y. So what we are going to do is to look for numbers wherein we could multiply yung ating dalawang equations so that we could have contrasting numbers o yung ating madali siyang ma-eliminate once pinag-add natin yung ating dalawang equation. So for this certain example, what we are going to do is to have yung conversion ng ating y value. So kailangan natin magkaroon ng specific numbers wherein we could multiply yung ating first equation and then we could multiply another number sa ating second equation that will make them easy for us to eliminate. So what we are going to do, what I'm going to do is to have, write mo muna yung equation natin. So we have negative 9x plus 3y is equal to negative 15. And then we have negative 2x minus 5y is equal to 8. So what I'm going to do is to number that I could multiply dito sa ating first equation to make it easier for me to subtract or to add and eliminate yung ating y. So aking multiply na number dito is 5. Bakit 5? So that ito ay magiging 15. At paano po ba nangyari yun? Saan yung po ba nakuha yung 5? Yung 5, nakuha yon dito sa ating equation, sa second equation. That is the numerical value ng ating second equation. Yun yung 5. Doon nang galing yun. So that makes sense na yung ating number na i-multiply dito sa ating second equation is manggagaling doon sa y value ng first equation, which is 3. So that is one of the process na kung saan pagtitingnan natin how we will solve yung ating system of equation. So let's have this simplified. So we have negative 9 times 5, that is equal to negative 45 x, and then 3y times 5, we have positive 15y, and then we have negative 15 times 5, that is equal to negative 75. And then yung for our second equation, we have 3 times negative 2x, we will have negative 6x. And then we will multiply 3 doon sa ating, so we will have negative 5 times 3, that is equal to negative 15y is equal to 8 times 3, that is 24. So with that step, we have arrived na kung saan kita natin, that is observe yung ating contrasting numbers such as negative 15 and positive 15. So we came back to yung sa ating unang process na ginawa coming from yung ating unang video. So what we are going to do next is to add yung ating equations. So we will have negative 45 plus negative 6. We have negative 51x. So positive 15 plus negative 15. This is equal to 0, and that we could eliminate it. And then we have negative 75 plus 24. That is equal to negative 51. So we have negative 51x is equal to negative 51. So our x is equal to positive 1. So now that we have our given value, our value of x, what we are going to do is to substitute yung ating given x to any equations na ating given. So for this example, I chose yung ating second equation, which is 2x, that is negative 2x minus 5y is equal to 8. And then we will substitute yung ating given value na x. So we will have negative 2 times 1 minus 5y is equal to 8. Okay. And then we will have negative 2 minus 5y is equal to 8. And then we will have negative 5y is equal to 8. Transpose yung ating negative 2, we will have positive 2. And then we have negative 5y is equal to 10. So we divide our y and our 10, yung ating equations, by 5. So negative 5 rather. So magkakaroon tayo ng y is equal to negative 2. Yan. So for checking, let's check gamit yung ating equation number 1. So we will have negative 9. Yung x natin is equal to 1 plus 3y, which is equal to negative 2, equal to negative 15. So negative 9 times 1, we have negative 9. Plus 3 times negative 2, we have negative 6. That is equal to negative 15. So negative 9 plus negative 6 is equal to negative 15 is equal to negative 15. So they are equal. So ibig sabihin our solution set for our given example is 1 and negative 2. Okay. Let's have another example. So what if meron tayong given naman na 4x, system of 4x plus 3y is equal to negative 2, and then we have 8x minus 2y is equal to 12. Okay. So for this example, ang gagamitin ko naman, ang akin namang i-eliminate is yung x muna. Unlike dun sa mga una kong naging example na aking ini-eliminate is y, for this problem, I will eliminate first yung ating given na x. Okay. So for this, sa una-unang problem, dalawa yung minultiply kong number. Pero for this example, I can see naman na once I multiply yung 4x ng 2 is magiging 8. So I could eliminate that kaagad. So ang gagawin ko is to multiply yung 4x plus 3y is equal to negative 2 ng 2. Hindi ng 2. Because when we multiply 2, ang magiging sagot nun is 8. And then 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. That is why, ito yung sinasabi ko in the beginning of the video na kung saan we will use the logic and we will use our mathematical knowledge kung saan we could apply into certain problems, different problems, para ma-eliminate natin yung ating target na variable. So, ang i-multiply ko sa ating 4x plus 3y is equal to negative 2 ay negative 2. So that dito sa x values natin, makakakuha tayo ng negative 8, which is contrasting doon sa ating second equation na 8x. So we will have negative 8x minus 6y is equal to negative, or that is going to be positive 4. And then I will just copy yung ating second equation. So we will have 8x minus 2y is equal to 12. And then I will just add yung ating equation. So we have negative 8x plus 8, that is 0. And then we have negative 6y plus negative 2y. We have negative 8y. And we have 4 plus 12, that is 16. So we divide both sides by negative 8. So what we have is y is equal to negative 2. Okay. So meron na tayong y negative 2. What we are going to do next is to substitute yung ating y into any of the two of the equations. So ang napili ko ay yung pang-una. So I will have 4x is plus 3 negative 2 is equal to negative 2. So we have 4x minus 6, because we have 3 times negative 2, that is negative 6 is equal to negative. Next is to transpose yung ating negative 6 sa kabila. So we will have 4x is equal to negative 2. Negative 6, we transpose, that will be positive 6. And then we have 4x is equal to negative 2 plus 6, that is equal to 4. And our x is equal to 1. So we could substitute, we can check naman yung ating solution sets. We have 1 and negative 2. So isa-substitute ko naman yon dun sa ating second equation. So what all I have sa ating checking is we have 8 times 1 minus 2 times negative 2. Kailangan siya ay mag-equal sa 12. So we have 8 times 1, that is equal to 8. And then we have negative 2 times negative 2, that is equal to positive 4 is equal to 12. Now we have 8 plus 4, that is equal to 12. And is equal to 12. So we have 12 is equal to 12. So that makes our solution set na 1 and negative 2 valid. And ibig sabihin, for our given equation, our solution set will be equal to 1 and negative 2. So yan yung paggamit ng elimination method na meron namang multiplication method.